Welcome back to the NBA Draft pregame show. I'm Luke Brown along with my partners Liam Whitfield and Calvin Kaplan. Today we're going to be discussing the NBA Draft pregame, our top 3 picks predictions. So let's start.
Yeah, I think we all know Zion Williamson is going to go first and Ja Morant is going to go second. But I'm going to say, I changed my mind. I'm going to have to say RJ Barrett on that one. As long as the Pelicans don't trade up to get him, to get RJ Barrett, I think the Knicks will take him.
I have a little disagreement with you, but not at first pick. Obviously, Zion Williamson, definitely the most dominant athlete in this draft class and in college basketball just last year. What an athlete. He can play the floor, he can block shots, he can throw down and shoot threes. Excellent athlete. But at 2 and 3, I have a little disagreement with you. I have RJ Barrett actually going second. You just look at the similarities in tape between Ja Morant and RJ Barrett. It just, I think that RJ is just the better player. So he'll go 2, and then Ja Morant will go 3.
All right, I agree with Liam on the top 3 picks. Although I agree in what I think will happen, I don't think that these necessarily should be the top 3 picks. But I think the top 3 will be Zion, Ja, and RJ. Zion's obviously the best player in this draft class. There's no way the Pelicans can pass him up at number 1. Ja Morant will go to the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies traded Mike Conley to make space for him. He wasn't going to start instead of Mike Conley. After the Mike Conley trade, that opens up a window at point guard for him to operate the team. And number 3, RJ Barrett was a big-time player at Duke, ranked highly as a prospect in high school. He's a very good player. I think he'll go to the Knicks at 3.
So we have our top 3 picks predictions, but then there's also sleepers in the draft. There's a whole bunch of players that nobody really completely pays attention to, but then they're also predicted to be good in the NBA at the next level, whether they were in high school or college or wherever they played overseas. There's a lot of good players in this draft. So our sleepers is our next topic.
All right, so this isn't really a sleeper because most people know about him, but Jaret Culver, I think, has the potential to be a big-time player in the NBA. He led Texas Tech to the NCAA Finals. He's a big-time player. I think he could go as high as number 3. Unfortunately, for teams with top picks, I think he might fall lower than that. But if he does fall, those teams are missing out on a big-time player who can lead their team.
Yeah, definitely a guy who took to his team under pressure in March Madness and Jaret Culver. I have Rui Hachi Mara from Gonzaga University. I definitely think he's a great player, not completely well known, but there's a lot to him. He's an all-around player, a little bit like Zion, but at a lower level, in my opinion. But he's a really good player, and I think he's not getting as much publicity as he should be. I think he'll be around the 14 to 19 picks area, so definitely a team should look at him and pick him up in the draft.
I have Jalen as my sleeper, straight out of high school. I like him for his agility and his shooting. I think he should be considered in the top 10, but I don't think he will.
That'll wrap up our NBA Draft pregame show. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Luke Brown.
I'm Calvin Kaplan.
And I'm Liam Whitfield.
Signing off for today.